This is not safe. Anyway, I'm on Halsey. I thought I was gonna get stranded down there and have to wait for a bus because I couldn't figure out where to go because I'm surrounded by freeways. Then I saw there was a sidewalk here and I thought, what a day to put my life on the line. But it's beneficial. I'm walking into the Gateway area. The Gateway Transit Center is right over there. And Gateway is, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Gateway's not super great. Steve the Amateur Historian. However, my adventuring friends, I'm not here to dwell on the negatives of the Gateway area. I'm here to dwell on history. So this here is Gateway Center, as it appears to be called. Just kind of, you know, a big general outdoor mall space. I remember right over there is where my insurance guy used to be. I had to drive my car all the way from Milwaukee up here without insurance to get my insurance cleared, and I was so paranoid I was going to get pulled over. And somewhere over this way there actually used to be a Tower Records, which I love Tower Records aesthetic, but their prices are crap. Seriously, I got a $60 gift card to them. I managed to buy 2 CDs and a DVD, and that maxed out my card. Right in front of me here, you see a little signpost here for the Gateway Center. And you'll notice at the top, there's this little baby arch that gently wraps around the Gateway Center sign. That is a memento to history right there. However, if I am correct, I believe that is not the only sign that's like that. I want to say there's another one over here, closer to the intersection of 102nd and Halsey. I'm pretty sure. That guy appears to not know where he's going. He kind of looked at me and came at me and then kind of swerved. I swear there was another little Gateway Center sign over here. I'm gonna pause and go to Carl's Jr. real quick because there's some sketchy frickin' people loitering in this parking lot right now. $2.50 later. Ah, I was right. There is another arch on the other side of this place. I got in there, and then once I was inside the Carl's Jr., I realized I wasn't hungry but thirsty. But I had to buy something, otherwise I was just kind of loitering. So I got some fries, because I already have a drink on me. But it's actually kind of good that I was in this area where the Carl's Jr. is, because the whole reason I'm in this mall area today is because of what used to stand. Now, again, I'm relying on childhood memories, and pretty much all the information you find online just says that this was in the center, but it makes sense that it would be right at the corner here, because you've got 102nd, which is a big road, and you got Halsey here, which is a big road. This is a big gathering spot. You want to advertise this place in this corner, and obviously this Carl's Jr. is not that old. This is the site of what was known essentially as the Gateway Arch, or arches. I guess it was kind of two. They kind of like tried to make a three-dimensional thing out of it, but it was a huge archway that was right here and was demolished in 1991, which I honestly thought it was later than that. I remember seeing video of the demolition on TV, and it crushed me. I'm a little kid, and I remember seeing these arches, and they were so cool and so retro. I know there's I think it's called Eastgate. There's kind of an Eastgate place. I don't remember where it is, but they use it in the movie Edward Scissorhands. And it's got this Eastgate sign with like this big archway over it. And this was kind of a smaller version of what that was. Right in this area by this Carl's Jr. at the intersection of Halsey and 102nd. It was this huge, super 70s looking archway. Because this is the Gateway neighborhood. So it made sense to have kind of arches to resemble or to represent the gateway you're coming into. And you know, I mean, granted it was way further down, but I lived just off Halsey in Fairview when I was a kid growing up. So we came down Halsey here a lot, so I'd see, and my dad had lots of friends in this area. Whenever I was with my dad, I would see the gateway out. It was like when I travel south on the freeway and we drive past the Enchanted Forest and I'd see the Enchanted Forest sign in Salem, and I would just freak out with excitement. That gateway sign was very much similar to that. And of course, it was old and retro and kind of dirty. So of course, as time passed, the city decided to demo the whole thing. But you'll notice on those signs that they have here for the Gateway Center, they have that little red archway over them, which sucks, honestly. Like, you couldn't build another cool arch. You couldn't build something awesome and attractive. You had to build these little ugly signs on the fringe that don't attract anybody's attention. And that's kind of a symbol for a gateway. Actually, when I was trying to look up the exact spot where the arch was, I ended up just stumbling onto gateway history. And apparently back in the 90s, Portland had just a major influx of cash in the 90s. And they revitalized a lot of neighborhoods. And a lot of those revitalizations were successful in most ways. Certainly not racially, but this was another area, Gateway, that they wanted to do that, and they've just never really been able to successfully turn it. And the fact of the matter is, the further away you get from city government, the further east you get from downtown, this is just fact, the less the city cares about you. There's a reason why once you get past 82nd, once you get past I-205, the neighborhoods are a lot more poor, they're a lot more working class, there's a lot more crime, and just all that stuff. There's a reason why it's like that, further away you get from Portland, or the, city government. But I didn't come here to talk about sad Portland history. I came here to eat. But yeah, I was walking up Halsey and I thought, oh my God, I haven't thought about that in years. The big Gateway arch, like, you could be way over here, and you could see them towering over that building. And of course, I've included pictures of what the archway looked like, because what's the point without you actually seeing what it looks like? And all you hear is just my words. So, I just thought that's really cool. Just architecturally, historically, contextually, I don't know. I thought that was really cool. And I thought, you don't have to be from Portland to appreciate something like that. A little piece of history that's faded off into the wind. Or rather was knocked on its ass by a huge, I think it was actually controlled demoed. They caved it in from the middle, and then the outside parts of the arches just kind of fell inward on it. I remember the video. I remember watching the news clip, and I was like 6 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday. Watching the sign wiggle, and then the middle piece fell, and the sign just kind of in the middle tumbled down, and it just kind of crumbled into bits on the ground. Ruined my childhood. Anyway, guys, I'm about to catch a Max. Thought I'd stop by, pay my respects. You are still missed, Gateway Arch. 27 years later. See you guys next time.